What's going on, everybody? Blaze over here at Blue Chip Athletic Club. Today we're talking a little mobility, a little bit of strength, and a ton of stability. So we're going to get started here with our training session. First things first, we're going to do small and short mobility warm-up. We'll go 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, just one time through a couple simple moves to get you nice and loose. We're going to start off, we're going to get into our alternating scorpion. When we do these, I like to lay down flat on my stomach. I'm going to throw my hands out to the side, making a T, and then all I'm going to do is bring my right foot over towards my left hand, and then my left foot up towards my right hand, and alternate side to side. Work for the full 45 seconds of work. You'll take 15 seconds to rest. The next move that you're going to get into here is going to be a touchdown squat. Now when I do mine, I'm going to do it off of this small plate, or I guess it's a big plate, but you can do it off of a bench, you can do it off your couch, kind of anything that kind of gets you up off of the ground is going to be helpful. And I'm going to do my step is going to be forward and then out to the side and then back. So you'll notice, let me move this PVC out of the way. So you'll notice as I do this, I'm going to work forward to the side and back. We're going to go twice on the right and then twice on the left. So I'm going to be here. I'm just going to go nice, slow, tap down forward. Now I'm going to go nice, slow, tap down to the side and then to the back. This will just be a hip hinge back a bit. Nice, slow, touch down to the back. And then that would be one, slow, touch to forward, out to the side, touch to the side, and then out to the back, slow, touch to the back. Now if you have a bench, obviously you're probably only going to be able to go side and back or just to the side. That's totally okay. Just work through your situation, use the equipment that you have available. So after you do the right side, you're going to shift over and do the left side. And then the last move we're going to do is just a deep squat hold. I like to have a weight in my hands. It kind of helps me stay nice and upright and be able to sink down into the posture. So all you're going to do is get down into that nice deep squat position, and you're just going to hold here for 45 seconds. Now when you get into this, I like to drive my elbows inside of my hips. It really helps open up, and you're just going to sit and enjoy that for the full 45 seconds. If you want to, I'll sometimes pop the weight on the floor, shoot my butt up nice and high, and then floss back down. So get the hamstrings going a little bit. Shoot the butt up nice and high, and then bring it down. All right, after that, we're gonna get started with our work and set short mobility session today. So the equipment that you're gonna need for today's training session is gonna be a plate that gets you off the ground or some sort of elevated surface. I've got a light plate as well. And then if you want to, you can get a heavy kettlebell or dumbbell. We can also do a barbell here too. So a couple different variations. I'm going to show the kettlebell version just so that the people at home with those can make this training session happen. Move this over here. So we're going to superset. Our first movement pattern is going to be a front squat with the kettlebell or goblet squat if you got a dumbbell as well. Or you can go barbell front squat. Now the goal, we're going to do 3 rounds back to back to back. So we're going to superset the kettlebell front squat, or goblet squat and a sissy squat. And to do that, you can have a rack close to you, or you can have your trusty PVC pipe or broomstick close. So I'll show you those moves in a second. So we're gonna get started our goblet squat or front squat. We're gonna grab our kettlebell or dumbbell, pack it in nice and tight, and then all the movement is a nice, slow, controlled all the way down, and then popping up. If you want to, you can go tempo. You can go slow down the whole way and then up quick. We're going to go, it's going to depend on your load. If you can build up to a rep range, that's going to get you like 1 or 2, we'll call reps in reserve, meaning if you did 1 or 2 more reps, you would probably fail. That's going to be the goal. So whether you're doing a dumbbell, kettlebell, or barbell, try and build your weight up each subsequent round. We're going to do this kind of like bodybuilding training style where we're trying to get heavier and then reduce our number of reps throughout the workout. So front squats first, then we're going to come over. We're just going to do 5 sissy squats. I'm going to use the PVC pipe here as my anchor. The goal with the sissy squats, biggest thing, is going to be keeping your hips really far forward and driving them forward, which means your glutes have to be firing off. So I'll show you how it looks to do it correctly and then incorrectly, and hopefully you can see the difference. So I'm going to be really, really light on my structure. You can, again, use the side of a rack, can be really effective. I'm going to drive my hips. I'm going to get my hips out in this position, so I'm almost forming like a bow here with my back. And now I'm going to just come down, drive my knees out over my toes, and I like to kind of walk my hands down, get all the way down as low as I can, and then pop up using my hands if I need to. Now, that's the sissy squat done correctly. Now watch the difference. If we get loose, our glutes are not firing off, we're basically coming down like this. Look at what happens with my butt, and my hips start to hinge back, and then I'm squatting down almost like a catcher in baseball, and we don't want that. So that position is much different than this position here, where I'm leaning back way over, my knees are way over, and I'm using the structure here to keep me up. So after front squats, 5 reps of your sissy squats, and then we're back to the front squats again, trying to load that weight up. Now, whether that's kettlebell for tempo or whether that's barbell for weight, do you try and have 1 or 2 reps in reserve. This is going to be a rep-based workout and training session, so try and report your reps when you can. After that, we're going to go through 3 rounds. We're going to move on to our next superset, which is going to be our RDL, single leg, and then our kneeling kickbacks. So for this, I actually had a Bosu ball under my foot when I did this training session this morning, which you can totally do, but it is incredibly challenging. I think I might have bit off a little bit more than I could chew with it. So I'm just going to leave the plate over here, but feel free to try with the Bosu ball under your standing leg. It's just going to add a ton of instability as you're going through the movement pattern. But this is where you're going to want that nice heavy kettlebell right near you or dumbbell. You can also, again, do barbell to substitute here. It's just going to be holding it down in front of you. We're going to go, RDL is just going to be single leg movement for us today. I'm going to go, left foot is planted on my plate. My right foot's going to be out to the side. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to come forward, leaning, hip hinging, coming all the way down, and then standing all the way back up. You don't necessarily need the plate to get you up off the ground for this. You can do it on the ground as well. Big cues is I don't want my hips to roll open. So if my hips are rolled open, I'm looking like this, and that's not good. I want to keep them nice and square to the ground. The other thing is I want to make sure that I'm controlling the weight the whole way down. So we'll go on the right side. We're just going to do 5 reps on the right and then switch 5 reps on the left. Again, 3 rounds through each of these movements. The next move is going to be our kneeling lean back. Now these are challenging. I would say grab yourself like a large circular weight if you have access to one of these, like a nice big plate like this. It's going to help cue your body in the right position. If for some reason you don't have one of these, that's okay. You can always just cross your hands above your chest when we do them. So again, this movement is all about your hip positioning. If you lose your hips, very similar to the sissy squat, we're going to miss out on all the benefits of the movement pattern. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this weight here kind of across my like pelvic bone, so just above the old no-no square, and then above and onto my chest, and I'm kind of pulling it into my body, and I want to keep all of those body parts in contact with the plate the whole time. So as I'm coming back, I'm going to drive my hips forward, my glutes are engaged, and now I'm just going to lean back as far as I can until I stop, until I can't get back up, and then I'm going to come back up. Now, for some of us, it'll be about that far. For some of us, we can go even further, all the way down here, all the way back up. The biggest key is if I start to come back and I can't hold this position and I cave, you'll feel your hips cave. The plate is going to drive into your like pubic area, and then you're going to be like, oh man, I lost my hips. And then you're going to come down like this, and you're like, this is not right, and then come back up. So the goal, again, have your hips driving forward. You're forming that big bow shape with your back, and then you're controlling your body weight the whole way down. And again, it's okay if you only move a little bit. It's okay if you move a lot. we're testing our mobility there in our hips, or excuse me, in our knees, in our strength there in our glutes to make sure we're firing off. So we're going to go 5 kneeling lean backs, and again 5 reps on either side with our RDLs. Don't be afraid to load up the RDLs if you have a heavier weight and you can do it. Again, we're looking for 1 to 2 reps in reserve the whole time. Oh baby. Okay, the last superset here for us today is going to be our calf raise pass and our Cosshack squats. So a couple ways that we can do these. We're going to have that tall plate is going to be nice and close. I'm going to get myself set up. I'm going to have my left foot kind of on the plate here, and my right leg is going to be back, and I'm going to get myself into a lunge pattern split squat, where I'm going to be down here and I'm going to be holding. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1 calf raise with the kettlebell in my left hand, and I'm going to switch. That will be 1, that would be 2, that would be 3, and I'm going to do 10 on the left, 10 on the right. Now, after you finish your 10 and 10, we're going to go to our Cosshack squats. Now, these are super challenging as well. It's okay if you need to assist. I'm going to kind of show you a couple different variants for these that we can do. So the easiest one is you're going to come down, and we're only going to do 2 per side to kind of loosen up a bit. Easiest one is you're going to come down over your right leg, plant your hands, and just walk your hands side to side. And you can even come down, pick up the toe, give it a little wiggle if you want to, and then come back. Oh, so that would be 1 per side. And then I'm going to go back and forth. That's going to be, we'll call level 1. Level 2 is you're going to try to get yourself all the way to the ground and then get back up. Now, when I do these, I have to have a weight with me. The heavier your weight is, ironically enough, the easier it is to get up. So if you need a little help and your shoulders can take it, a little heavier weight's going to help you get up off the floor. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to come down all the way to my right side, and now I'm going to bring my butt all the way down to the floor. I like to tap this knee so I know I'm all the way down, and now I'm going to try to get back up all the way until I stand using the weight as a counterweight, and now I'm going to go back the other way. So now I'm going down on the left, again pointing the toe, nice, slow and controlled, tap the knee, and now I'm getting back up. Oh baby. So that will be 1 per side, and you're going to get 2 per side total, and then you're right back over to your plate for your calf raises. So, oh baby, that is our set for today. We're going to go 3 rounds again of each superset, work through the rep ranges, challenge yourself with the weights. That's going to be key. Today is not about how fast you can go. Today is about controlling your weights. It's about testing your mobility and testing your range of motion. Good luck. Let us know how you guys do it. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.